Hello guys, so this is Jonathan and basically I'm going to do a whole series on how to use Haiku OS for new beginners. In this video it's going to be more about how to install Haiku OS and firstly I'll talk about what is Haiku OS. So Haiku OS is a free and open source operating system that is based off BOS. So it's intended to be fast and simple to use and easy to learn and yet very powerful. So as you guys can read from over here, that this system is actually very good. It is still in beta, but it's based off BOS. BOS was a very old operating system that was really popular at the time. As you guys can see, this is BOS. This is a look of BOS and it was really popular. Loads of people liked it, but it has been discontinued. But now they have remade it and called Haiku OS, and now this is basically a free open source version of it, which is still being under development. So it's basically BOS, but newer and more maintained, because obviously BOS is discontinued, but this does to basically continue the development of BOS. So to download it, just go to www.haikuos.org. Now just click onto Haiku, and then from here we should be able to select one of these ISOs. I selected New York, United States, because that's the one that I went for. We can go for 64-bit, or if I have a 32-bit system, then go for a 32-bit, but I have a 64-bit system. Now I'm going to be installing it in a VM, but it will be the same process as installing all your hardware. I just need to set up a VM. Okay, so I'm going to add a new VM. I'm going to call it Haiku OS, because that's an awesome operating system. I would say go for, it's not Microsoft Windows, but I'm going to go for other, and now go for other unknown 64-bit. Now click on to next, and this is how much RAM I want to give it. Next, now I can create a folder disk now. Okay, so this is how much how big room for hard drive to be. So for our case, I'm going to make it into around 30 gigabytes, should be fine. Now click on to create, and that should basically create the hard drive. Now click onto settings, and from settings you guys should be able to see something called storage. Now click onto empty, and then from here we're going to attach the ISO file to it. So choose a disk file, and now it should be over here. So select one that I want to select. So this one will be the one I'm going to select. Then click onto OK. Now we're going to have to click on the start or boot up the computer through a USB drive. And now this should start booting up to the operating system, like this. So as you guys can see, this installer is very simple to use. You can drag this window around, you can close out of a window from clicking on this square box, but we're not going to do that. So I can either install Haiku, or we can try out Haiku. Thank you for trying Haiku, we hope you like it. Please select your preferred language, your key map. Both settings can also be changed later when running Haiku. Do you want to install Haiku now or try it first? So go for English. This is one that I will go for, but whatever language you speak, go for that one. Such as if you speak French, then go for French. Okay. Now, if you guys want to try out Haiku OS, just to give it a try, such as to see what the interface is like, to test if all of the hardware is working correctly, such as a keyboard, or to see if the webcam works, or if the Wi-Fi driver works, then click on to try out Haiku. But in my case, because I know how to use the system, I'm just going to go straight to install Haiku OS. Now this is key map, so I'm going to change that into English. So it depends on more keyboard type. So if you've got an English keyboard, then go for English. It's about a whole lot of different key maps, such as US. So if I have a US keyboard, select a US one. If I have a United Kingdom keyboard like me, click onto United Kingdom, and so on, because some countries have different keyboards. Okay, so now I'm going to click on to install Haiku OS. So now it says important information, so you just tell it that this is beta, and if you guys want to read through this, then you guys can. It's just telling you that, well guys, that we may encounter any errors if you will use it. Now click on to continue, And no partitions have been found on are suitable for installation. Please set up partitions and format at least one partition with a B file system. Okay, so now please select choose target. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to click on to set up partitions, and this will allow us to do for partition for it. Now click on to partition, and from here what you guys will be able to do is select what you I would, yeah, that's one, isn't it? So just select this is CD-ROM. For one that we want to select is this one, Feedbox hard disk. So make sure I have hard drive selected where I want to install Haiku OS 2, or if using this in a photo box, select Feedbox hard disk. Now click onto partition tab, and then we should see format. We can even format it as a B file system, NT file system of FAT32 file system. For what I recommend is to use for B file system. So now select for B file system like this, and now we'll ask you, I want to format a raw disk. Most people utilize for disk with a partitioning system first. You will be asked again before changes are written to disk. Now click on to continue, and now we can select just go for default. Don't worry about that. No write changes. This partition has now been successfully formatted. Now click on to OK, and now we should be able to exit from this installer by just click onto that box, and now we can select where we want to basically write it to. So I would recommend to write it to the hard drive, which you have thus formatted. Okay, so now what we can do is begin. Now before guys do format for drive, just do know that it's going to delete everything, so make sure you're installing it on the right drive. I should have told you guys before that, but I bet you guys probably know by now, if you know about this operating system, that we should just format it. And be very careful when formatting. Okay, now click on to begin, and what that will do is basically install the operating system to the drive. So now just click on to begin, and now the installation starts. So it seems like the installation is completed. Boot sector has been written, so basically the boot sector is now on the system. Now what guys want you to do is click on to restart, and that should basically allow you to reboot into the operating system like this. As you guys can see, it has successfully booted up to the operating system, and the guys will be able to mess around with this. You can go to applications, test all these applications. We can go to demos and desktop applets, so we can try out these applications and privileges. We can change for appearance, we can change the background, we can change Bluetooth, and check out with emails and so on. So this is what I will go through in the next episodes. So this was just do a video to show you guys how to basically install Haiku OS. If you guys wanted to, we can shut down by clicking on to shut down, and now click on to power off the system, and that's basically how you guys will be able to shut down the system. So I hope that you guys found this video very useful when installing Haiku OS. It is still on beta, but I decided to do videos about Haiku OS because there's not really much helpful resources out there. It's not really the most popular operating system out there, but I decided to do videos on it, to like a playlist on it, so you guys will be able to use all of these softwares and be able to use it as a daily driver, and also to get it out to the public about how great Haiku OS is. So thanks to the developers for this awesome project, and I'm looking forward to making a series about it. Bye bye.